Yeah, I keep on hearing about people complaining on YouTube about ICE coming and getting their workers, taking people away from their companies and businesses, and they're complaining that they need help because now their business is not doing so well because ICE has been removing all their apparently customers that are working in our country illegally. I don't get you people. You're not a law abiding citizen if you believe they should be in the United States illegally and keep working at your business and paying at your company. No, they should not be earning any money in the United States. They shouldn't be getting any work in the United States. Their paperwork is not correct and it's hurting our government as well as the rest of the people across the whole United States, not just your Pacific store. If you would have done the correct thing and went through the proper channels to make sure this person was a legal citizen or had paperwork coming into this country legally, then you wouldn't have a problem. You chose not to. I believe the government should be doing this. They should immediately go ahead and start fining all these companies that have hired illegal immigrants. That means farms, businesses, don't matter where. Even little local stores, I'm sorry, but you're not doing your due diligence. You're not going through the proper channels, making sure your employee is a legal citizen of the United States or legally to be able to work in the United States. It's like a person go ahead and complaining, well, I got caught going over the speed limit and I don't want the ticket. No, you did something illegal, you were caught, you should be fined, you have to pay a ticket. I believe the government should go ahead and start passing a law stating if any illegal immigrant is caught in any business, working in any business, will be fined to a certain amount, which the government should be able to choose and find out. If any of these illegal immigrants own a household or a car or anything in the United States and they are caught, that household, that business, whatever it is, should be confiscated by the government and then sold and the money transferred back to help out people in the United States. I would suggest you go ahead and transfer that money towards helping people in the United States to find a job or to have a home to live in that don't have a job, that are homeless living out in the streets. That is a good cause for that money to go to. That means all your businesses, meaning in the sense, doesn't matter if it's a farm or a small company or a large company or a building company. Any company or any of these people being hired, even a local person just hiring a person to do some work on their property or so forth. If they are caught, the government should be able to fine you. This will cause people to realize, well, now I'm going to have to pay money if I'm caught hiring somebody that should not be working in our country. I believe the government needs to start stepping up and saying, this needs to be the end of this. I'm sorry these people had come from a bad area. Their own country is not doing well. I feel bad for them, but they have several choices. Number one, go through the proper channels and legally get in the United States. If they cannot do that, then they have to work on fixing their own country. Get their people together and start saying, you know what? We either have to throw our government over and build a new one that suits us fine. They're not doing any of that. They're just trying to get to our country so they feel like they're getting a better life. No, they're not getting a better life. They're stealing a better life from our people. They're stealing a better life from other people. There would be less homeless people, there'd be more jobs, prices would go down in those areas. This is not across the country deal. This is only in areas where there is a lot of illegal immigrants that would affect their economy in the area. Yes, a lot of businesses will go down because of this. Because they're getting business from illegal immigrants that will no longer be there. I do believe the government needs to start being tougher on people for hiring illegal immigrants that come in the United States. If we would go ahead and actually do all that, things will get better over time. If farmers feel like they're not getting the workers they need to start doing what they used to do back 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 in the olden days, where they would hire hands to work for a season and have a home or a place for them to sleep and eat throughout the season. And then when the season's over with, they will be able to go back home and get their money. They'll be paid either probably most likely monthly, or they'll get paid at the end of the season. Most likely, if it's a long season, it's most likely going to be monthly. That means they'll have to take care of these people, feed them, and make sure they have a warm, safe place to sleep in some entertainment. It is going to cost the farmer a little bit more money because they do not have the infrastructure to go ahead and pull this off. I suggest these farmers that want to stay in business and they want to go ahead and keep their farm and they need people to work there to start doing this immediately. If you go ahead and start doing this immediately, this will help you save time and effort. You have to figure out where they're going to be sleeping, build it, make sure there's enough power, save yourself some money, get some solar panels, a solar system, so they have at least basic lights, enough power for one person to be able to go ahead and cook 3 meals a day for them to eat. Certain things will have to be taken out of their pay for be able to stay on the farm. So they're not going to get precisely what they need because they're getting house for the certain amount of time. But they'll have enough money to be able to go back home or send to home to go ahead and be worth it. I suggest the government start moving on this immediately so people start realizing ahead and give them at least a month and make sure everybody knows that if you're caught harboring or selling or any business hiring a illegal immigrant, they will be fined. It does not matter at all if this business is big, small, or just starting out. You're doing something that's illegal, and I believe the government needs to start treating this like a a ticket for a person like going over the speed limit. If you're doing something illegal, the only way to fix this problem for the government is to start telling these businesses straight out now, if they're caught hiring a person illegally in the United States, then they'll be fined. It does not matter if they go ahead and say, well, they showed me paperwork in a license stating who they were, and they said it looked correct, but they did not go ahead and go online and do the proper decency to go ahead and make sure this person's illegally in the United States be able to work at their company. That means they need to know, have a picture ID of them, their information, plus their fingerprints and everything else to make sure 100% these people are legally to be hired. If they're not doing this, and that's what should be happening, is they need to be fined. I believe the fine should be per immigrant hired at any business to be at least $1,000 or more per person. If this is told straight out, I believe all these businesses will start firing their employees that they believe is not legal to work in the United States. And it will stop these people from complaining that it's hurting the business because they're doing something illegal themselves. They're illegally hiring someone that should not be working in the United States. This makes the most sense for the government to do, to start fining people for hiring these people. And another thing, if they are caught and they have ownership of a home or a business, that business or home will be confiscated from the government and then sold. And that money should be put in to help people that do not have jobs or homeless people to get back on their feet. I believe that money should go towards that, helping legal citizens of the United States to better themselves. I am sorry for any company that thinks they should be doing something illegal. Can't you hear what people are saying? Illegal, not legal. Can you understand that? You're doing a crime. This is a crime you are committing, as well as the person you're hiring. They should not be in the United States. It is a crime. That's why it's called illegal. Why can't farmers in these businesses understand that? It's against the law for what you are doing. The government needs to start finding these businesses in these companies and so forth for doing something they shouldn't be doing. Please, if you see this video, like and get this out there, because honestly, yes, I believe these businesses need to be told that you will be fined for every illegal immigrant you are hiring. If they are if they're harboring some illegal immigrants, keeping them safe from the government and ICE, they should be sent to jail. If they do not pay the fine, they'll be fined $1,000 per illegal immigrant that they're trying to harbor to keep them away from ICE and getting sent back. I am sorry for these people that their point of residence is not very nice. But there is a system that they can go through to get legally in the United States and get a legal citizenship in the United States. If they feel like they're having a hard time getting it, I am sorry. We only allow certain amount of people coming in the United States to go ahead and work so we can keep our citizens first to get a job over them. We need to have the people that live or are born in the United States to get job before immigrants. That's how it is across the world, not just United States. But the government, like I said again, needs to go ahead and start fining all these people at least $1,000 or more per illegal immigrant caught on said property or being hired at any business, and I mean all businesses, even if you hire one off the street to do some yard work or so forth. No, no more. No more going to the street corner. No more going to certain areas to see if you can hire someone for $20 or less to do some work around your business or household. This all needs to stop. You're doing something illegal. And when you say illegal, let me explain it again. That's like go ahead and going on the highway and in a 55-mile-per-hour zone, you're doing 75. You should get a ticket. And when you do get caught, you know that you have to go ahead and go and get fined, and you're going to have to pay for that ticket. The same thing with illegal immigrants. That's what they need to start doing. And they should announce it immediately and start getting this on the books. Please, everybody that agrees with this, please leave a like. It's very important. I really hope the government goes ahead and sees this video and president the president goes ahead and starts getting the ball rolling on this. Thank you very much.